Yes. Welcome to the Protogrove of the Whispering Spirits Fall Equinox 2020. Today we're going to be honoring Freyr and Freya. And without further ado, let us get started. Once again, we join together to honor our ancestors and the old gods. Around us, the spirits of nature move. Amongst us, our ancestors gather. And before us, our gods stand tall. At this time, in this place, we set aside all we brought with us and focus our thoughts, our actions on this moment as we commune with the kindred. To start us off, we're going to have a brief sun meditation.
Whene'er we stand in sacred place, beneath the sun's or moon's bright face, in circles rim or shady grove, our spirits go to the gods we love. Let all our minds go clear and free, and form the image of a tree, a youthful sapling of the glade, whose budding branches cast no shade. Around this tender, supple youth are seen its sturdy forebears grow, those forest elders strong and wise, who nurture those of lesser size. So close your eyes and in your mind become one of the spirit kind. Cast off your cares and disbelief, and enter tree from root to leaf. Relax and breathe and center well, then let the peace within you swell, until it is a thing profound. Now send it deep into the ground. In every little tender root, feel water flow, then transmute. The sap will flow through every vein, our links to ancestors regain. Now let the sap rise in a flood, and raise to every branch and bud. Each branch extend into the air, each leaf unfold in green so fair. The gentle ciphers cross each bough, and to you calming breaths endow, while rays of golden summer light give warmth and lend their powers might. Let water rise and fire descend, and lovely air the branches bend. Thus firmly planted in the earth, the elements give frost rebirth. Now let the leafy green entwine, and form our sacred grove divine. With root and branch our circle form, and magic from mundane transform. We all are rooted just the same, we feel the same internal flame. We drink the water free to all, we hear the gentle airy call. Now let us feel our spirits surge, and into one great spirit merge, to let all of the kindred know that we are ready here below. And let us all link hand to hand, Before all of the gods we stand, and in this hallowed space we storm to show all that is in our heart.
Thank you. All right. Who is calling out to the protector for us to work with the outdwellers and keep them at bay?
I am. Hail, Thor, wielder of Mjolnir, enemy of Midgard, serpent, vanquisher of giants. We ask you to guard our ritual, to hold at bay the Jotuns, those who would disrupt our worship, those who act outside of our best interests. Jotuns, beware this day, and trouble not our right, for amongst us is a mighty warrior of our gods. Thor, protector of Midgard, accept our offering and aid us.
Thor, accept our offering. And now for virtual purification. If people could close their eyes, take a deep breath in, and let it out. Breathe in and out. Imagine around yourself a sphere of white light that is relaxing you, calming you, that your cares are flowing away into the ground, that all other baggage and troubles that you have brought with you, let them slip away. Let you come to this moment and focus on our worship today. Who is doing the statement of purpose?
You mean Earth Mother? Lisa is.
Yep. This evening we gather together as one people to worship the old gods. We honor Freyr and Freya, who have gifted Midgard with their fertility. They have helped bring abundance into our world and our lives, and now we give our praise and thanks to them. The autumnal equinox is an agrarian celebration. Our ancestors would come together to harvest and preserve their crops. They would be reaping their homesteads to stand against the trials of winter. Much as they have done, we still do. We harvest and preserve our crops, and we prepare ourselves and our homes for winter. We also celebrate the changing of the seasons. The world is in a time of balance, but moving into the dark of the year. Look at the people around you. We stand together as one people, our self-chosen community. As the world grows darker, let us rekindle the light of the sun within ourselves and our community.
Thank you. And we'll start off by honoring the Earth Mother. The Germanic goddess Nerthus is who our personification of the Earth Mother is. Traditionally, she was seen as moving around the countryside in a covered carriage. And to that end, we have a pictorial representation of her that has been veiled. So, who is honoring the Earth Mother?
I am. Goddess Nerthus, veiled one, you once were carried around the countryside. In honor of you, your veiled image sits upon our altar. Your face hidden, but you see all. Your body hidden, but you feel all. Yet your spirit shines brightly for all to see, and your body is felt beneath our feet. Nerthus, accept our offerings.
Nerthus, accept our offerings. And now we work on what we call recreating the cosmos, putting ourselves into the spiritual mindset that the ancient pagans had. So, Let this incense sanctify the fire. Let it become a representation of Muspelheim in our world. Let the salt and ice sanctify our well. Let it become a representation of Niflheim in our realm. At the dawn of time, there was the Gnunga Gap, an empty void that separated Muspelheim from Niflheim. Over time, the flames crossed that gap and caused the ice to melt and turn into steam. The steam filled the gap, and from it arose the first of the beings, and from them, the rest of the gods. They created the remaining realms: Asgard, which is the home of the Aesir; Vanaheim, which is the home of the Vanir; Elfheim, which is the home of the elves; Svartalfheim, home of the dwarves; Jotunheim, which is the realm of the giants; Helheim, the realm of the dead; and finally, there is Midgard, realm of the humans. Growing between Niflheim and Muspelheim is the great tree Yggdrasil. It grows and intertwines all the realms together within its roots. The smoke from this incense lit by the fires of our sacred fire and water from our sacred well sanctify our world tree. The world tree entwined all 9 of the realms within its branches and roots. Here we stand at the base of Yggdrasil with all of creation around us. Let us remember our place in this grand realm. Who is opening the gates?
That'd be me. Hail Heimdall, hear us, see us, guardian of Asgard, ever watchful, you who hears the grass grow and sees our. Lend your might to ours and assist us to open the gates between the worlds. Heimdall, accept our offering. Let the gates be opened.
Heimdall, accept our offerings. Let the gates be open. So now we invite in the different types of spiritual beings we interact with and make them welcome at our fire. Who is honoring the ancestors?
I am. Welcome, Alfar and Disir. We make space at our fire for our mighty ancestors, for our honored ancestors, and for our beloved ancestors. You who are of our blood and bone, you who are of our spirit and heart, you who have walked this world and left it before us. We remember you.
We honor you.
We remember you.
We honor you.
We remember you.
We honor you.
Alfar and Disir, accept our offering.
Alfar, Disir, accept our offering. Who is honoring the nature spirits?
We welcome Landvatir. We make space at our fire for the spirits of this land, of its plants and trees, its birds and beasts, and its waters. You who have dwelled in this land before man, who protect it, who nurture it. We remember you.
We honor you.
We remember you.
We honor you.
We remember you.
We honor you.
Landvatir, accept our offering.
Landvatir, accept our offerings. And who is honoring the Shining Ones?
I am. Welcome, Aesir and Vanir. We make space at our fire for the gods of our people and the gods of this land. You who nurture our spirits, you who challenge us to grow, you who we return to when we pass from this world. We remember you.
We honor you.
We remember you.
We honor you.
We remember you.
We honor you.
Gods and goddesses, accept our offering.
Gods, goddesses, accept our offering. And moving on to the main part of our ritual. Who is honoring Freyr?
I am. Hail, Freyr, riding from Elfheim to Midgard, on your dwarf-made boar, Kulinbursti. Hail to you, the most loved of the gods. Hail to you, bringer of abundance. Freyr, accept our offering.
Freyr, accept our offering. And I have a poem for Freyr. Hail Freyr, a friend to all, and lord of the light and elves. The bane of Beli is the bringer of Frith we honor for excellent harvest. Girth's husband and is gracious and kind, that celebrated son of Njord, for peace and pleasure and prosperous seasons. Hail to fruitful Freyr.
Hail.
Who is honoring Freya?
There she is.
Riding on your drawn chariot, hail to you, a picture of the battle slain. Freya, Freya, bright chant burning in our hearts. Come to us, teach us ours. They burned you, thrice you showed them that you would not be denied. Your chariot arms pulled by a necklace winner, oh, ride. Moving gold, you walk in wings, you fly when you wave. Beat, but none can say how. Picks and their days.
Hail Freya, accept our offering.
Hail Freya.
Freyr and Freya are part of the Vanir, associated with the natural world and abundance, prosperity. Freya, magic, chooser of the slain. We welcome and honor you to our fire. And now is a chance for all of you out in the viewing audience to make offerings to Freyr, Freya, to any other ancestor spirits or gods that you interact with. So let us take a moment for you all to make your offerings. I hope you've all had enough time to make your offerings. And so now it's time for the final sacrifice. One last offering to Freyr and Freya. Freya, we have honored you. We have made offerings. We have spoken praise and stories of you. We thank you for reminding us that there is abundance in this world, that whether it is food, companionship, intellectual pursuits, that they are there. But also, especially in the case of Freya, reminding us that the harvest we receive, the bounty that comes to us, is not something given freely. It is something that we have worked towards, that we have earned, that we have put forth the effort to make that happen. So Freya, accept this offering, and thank you for reminding us of our place in this world and what we need to do to make the world fruitful. Freya, accept this offering.
Accept this offering.
Okay. And so now we check with the oracle to see if our offerings were accepted.
Yes,
Thank the gods.
literally.
No, reason behind this is I think the first ritual we had for Freyr and Freya, it was a bit questionable, and there was a lot more involved at that point. So, what are the blessings that Freyr and Freya offer to us today?
Could use a whole lot of blessing these days, I'll tell you that. All right, the first card is the card of the outsider. In this particular case of a blessing, it says that we could be able to see through those boundaries that are blocking us from seeing the truth, being able to see beyond what we normally can see from the outside, giving us a window into those spaces that we wouldn't normally have to help give us that insight that we need. The second card is harmony. Yes, we all definitely need some harmony in our lives these days, that's for sure. But the gods are looking at us and seeing that, and they want us to be able to know that they understand we're going through a very difficult time right now. They, can see what's going on with us and how we're struggling and how our daily lives and our whole world has been basically turned upside down lately. So they want to be able to bring us some peace in that so that we don't completely lose our minds. And the third card is living moment to moment. In times like these, it's very, very easy to get caught up in everything that's going on around us, everything that's happening over here and over there, what's going on. This gives us the clarity to be able to live in the moment, at the moment, instead of spending a lot of our time worrying about where things are going, what's going to happen, what the future holds. It's very natural of us to look at those things at this time, but at the same time, there's a lot of stuff that's out of our control, and we can't actually go forward and do anything about those until they actually happen. So they're giving us the blessing of being able to handle things in the moment to help release us so that we're not constantly putting energy into things that we can't do anything about.
Thank you, Oracle. So Freya, we made offerings to you. We've heard the blessings that you've had, to offer back to us. And we call to you, Freya, bring us the waters of life. The water is the symbolic representation of your blessings, given to us, who have honored you this day. And for those of you out in the viewing population, go pour yourselves a glass of water or whatever beverage you think is appropriate for some of this. And so raise it up. And Freyr, Freya, we accept the blessings, and from you let the blessings flow through the sacred fire into the waters of life. Let the blessings flow through the sacred well and into the waters of life. And from the great world tree into the waters of life. I accept the blessings of the kindred.
I accept the blessings of the kindred.
And now it's time to unwind, to restore back to where we were beforehand. Who is thanking Freyr and Freya?
We have given our worship and have been blessed this day by the kindred. As we move about in our lives, remember that all the worlds are connected through Yggdrasil. The blessings of the kindred flow within you. Freyr and Freya, we thank you for sharing our fire, and may the crops you blessed sustain us through the dark half of the year.
Thank you. Who is thanking the shining ones?
Aesir, Vanir, gods of this place, we thank you for sharing our fire, and may our relationship with you continue to grow.
Thank you. And who is thanking the nature spirits?
Lanvatir, we thank you for sharing our fire, and may you look kindly on us in our future meetings.
And who is thanking the ancestors?
Alfar Disur, both the new and old, we thank you for sharing our fire, and may our actions in this world bring honor to you. To all the kindred, we thank you.
Thank you. And who is closing the gates?
Heimdall, our worship draws to a close, and by your might and ours, let us end what we began. Let the gates be closed.
Let the gates be closed. And who is thanking the Earth Mother?
Sorry, Narcissus, veiled who came and veiled you go. Just as the earth is mysterious, so too are you. From you came this water, and unto you this water shall return. Thank you and farewell.
Thank you. And now we finish up with the closing half of our tree meditation song.
Our sacred grove and gods do love the earth beneath the sky above. But now this ritual must end toward our home and hearthstone fend. Again we clear our mind and heart. The branches shrink and pull apart. The roots untie and backward turn, and spirit fires last brightly burn. Let water sink, let fire go, let gentle ciphers homeward flow, and as if in a cleansing rain, welcome a single tree again. Then from this solitary tree, your soul breaks loose of being free. Your body calls, your spirit flies, returns his slowly open eyes.
Thank you. Once again, we have gathered as one people to honor the kindred. And as we have done in the past, we shall do once again in the future. I thank you all for joining us. Until next we see each other, online or in person, may peace and prosperity be with you all. Good night.
Yay!